Without this piece, the book can feel like unbelievable BS that won't work for you. But the truth is, it can help you hit your business goals faster. Let's look at the commonly missed key that'll make this process work for you. Hi, I'm Luisa Zhou. You can think of me as your cool big sister who will help you build your business. Because I truly believe anyone can if you're willing to put in the work. Before we get to the fix, let's talk about a key concept. I completely missed this piece the first time I read Think and Grow Rich about 10 years ago. But I thought I understood the process. You pick a goal, set a deadline, figure out a plan, and let the magic happen. That's why I literally wrote, I will make $30,000 by the end of 3 months. Not having made any money at that point, by the way. Of course it didn't work because I completely misunderstood a key step the book briefly mentions. Autosuggestion. Let me explain. Basically, it's how you talk to yourself because we do it all the time, even when you don't realize it. It uses a similar principle to the placebo effect. Essentially, you can change your beliefs and behavior simply by repeating statements to yourself. But contrary to popular belief, it is not as simple as using affirmations. Don't worry though, I'm gonna break it down for you with tangible examples to help you grow faster. Starting with the goal that you set. This is a make or break decision. In fact, it's why Think and Grow Rich didn't work for me the first time. I picked a goal that felt way too big to be believable. Once I changed my goal from making a pie in the sky $30,000 to getting just one client, everything changed. More on how in just a second. But first, a warning. Don't pick too small of a goal either. Instead, pick a rubber band goal. A goal that's enough of a stretch to feel exciting, but that's not too big that it breaks your belief because it feels impossible. If you haven't made a single sale yet, that goal might be to get your first client. If you've made a few sales, you might want to aim for repeating that amount to prove it wasn't a fluke. You'll know you've picked the right goal when you feel motivated by it, but also a little nervous about being able to hit it. High five for picking the right goal for you. But that's just the beginning, because unfortunately, we don't just imagine a goal and have it magically fall into our lap. We all know to take action, but that's actually not the whole picture. Because if you've set the right stretch goal, you're also going to feel some doubt and fear that you can actually hit it. That is normal, but it's how you handle it that makes all the difference. For years, even though I was doing the work to try and build my business, guess what I was thinking? I don't know if I can really do this. Who am I to build a business? Why would anyone want to buy from me? It became a self-fulfilling prophecy. But once I understood the power of autosuggestion, I got really protective of myself and my thoughts. Every time I found myself thinking something negative, which in the beginning felt like every other second, I caught that thought. First, I would remind myself that's a thought. It's not necessarily the truth. Then I reframed the thought into a more positive one. But this is key. I didn't try to make myself believe a ridiculously positive thought because I wouldn't have. Instead, I chose a thought that was more positive, but still believable. For example, when I caught myself thinking, I don't know if I can really do this, I flipped that to, that's a thought, not the truth. I can get one client. I'm just going to focus on that right now. Think of this as being the goalie of your thoughts. Your job is to make sure no negative thoughts get stuck in your mind and to shift those thoughts into positive ones that move you forward. But no matter how vigilant you are, there's one big hurdle that trips up so many entrepreneurs. What I'm about to share actually goes against the advice in Think and Grow Rich, but I've seen this over and over after coaching well over 1,000 entrepreneurs. Most of the time, giving yourself a deadline actually sets you back. First, procrastinators will procrastinate. But even more importantly, most of us will get discouraged if we don't hit our goal by the deadline. Think about what a deadline really is though. Most of the time, it's a date that has no meaning except what we give it. Instead of using a set date, there is a better way to hit your goals much faster. Set a new deadline. As soon as possible and as long as it takes. This way, you don't get discouraged because you have no deadline to miss. But you're also motivated because you feel a sense of urgency to move as quickly as you can. This is so important. But it doesn't matter how motivated or determined you feel if you don't have a plan. That's why I share a breakdown of how I made $106,000 in just 4 months before I left my 9-to-5 in this video. You'll see my strategy and numbers breakdown and build more belief in what's possible for you. I'll see you there.